I'm quite happy with this. It's a really easy variety. They're nice dwarf compact plants as well, so they don't take up too much room. That's a lovely little cauliflower, which I think is going to make a great meal. And I've got about 6 or so other plants on the other side of the garden, so I'm hoping I get a few more of these come through. And the nice thing is that once you cut them off, there's always that chance that you get a little flush of mini florets coming afterwards. So let's add that to the trug. Well, everything is looking so luscious and green in this area. We've got the borlotti beans to the left of me, they're dwarf varieties. The Swiss chard here, which I'm going to pick some of that soon. And then I've got different kinds of chicory to my right here, which are doing really well too. It's all quite packed in, but I think that's just a case of the luscious growth because the spacings are all quite right. I think it's just been a good season for these leafy greens. So let's get some of this Swiss chard, add it to the trug, and we'll see what else is about. And as you can see, I've got some nice broccolis coming along here too. I'm not going to pick this now. I'm going to wait until I want to eat it because I want it to be just as fresh as possible. And there's still plenty of tomatoes ripening in this greenhouse. This is my new greenhouse, 9 meters long. It's been a real project this summer. But the fruits of my labour are paying off because some of these plum tomatoes are looking incredible and the trusses are so full with fruit. And it's now that they're really starting to ripen up and turn red, so it's a good chance for me to get these in the freezer or maybe can them up for those winter months. As you can see, this workbench is going to be a fantastic space for me to be raising plants, sowing my seedlings and all the rest. I've already noticed some of the plants that I've put on here are just really happy. I've got the right mix of sunlight coming through, just a little bit of shade sometimes from the hedge that's just behind. So I'm hoping this is going to be a good little nursery area for the plants. But what I'm here for is to take out, I've got some cucumbers that are growing down on the floor here to the left of me and replace them with some of these pak choi that I've got growing in these seed trays here. So that's going to give me crops throughout the winter months. And then I'm also going to be planting out some broccoli rabe, and then we'll look at some oriental greens in later videos too, along with lettuces that I can then harvest throughout the winter. Even though they'll grow at a slow rate, it will be a crop through those months. So this is a cucumber. You can see that there's some mildew setting in. The plant's probably about ready to come out, even though it is producing the odd fruit. But I don't think it was ever really happy in the greenhouse because it is a ridge cucumber, so that's essentially an outdoor variety. So I put it in here as a last minute precaution because there were some slugs eating it outside and I thought I'd just move it into this space and see how it gets on. It's been okay, but probably not something I'd repeat in this space again. But let's get it up, see what there is. I could spot a hidden treasure actually amongst it. Nice red pepper. And like I say, I'm going to replace this with some winter crops and they'll be really valuable over those winter months. The earth here is a bit rough and ready. It's been grown in before when this wasn't a greenhouse, but it's the first year in here. So I think what I'm going to do is plant out the pak choi, the broccoli rabe, and then once they've settled in, they've been watered in nicely, they've got some roots in the ground, I'll then mulch after that and we'll see how they get on over those winter months. that's a start to planting out some crops for me to enjoy over the winter. And I don't think it was a bad harvest along the way either. So if you like what you've seen today, do like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.